Hey Tech Gurus, this is Miss Newshark coming at you with your next Code.org lesson. So this week we are working on Lesson 8, Nested Loops in Maze. So a nested loop is just like a regular loop, which remember shortens up that code but allows you to repeat things as many times as you need. But a lot of times it looks like a loop in a loop. So you'll see what I mean. That sounds a little confusing, but you'll see what I mean within our first couple activities. So let's get started. All right. This is going to be great. They have such great jokes. Help the bee collect all of the nectar. So this lesson has a new block. It's called Get Nectar. So one thing you need to know about this is you actually have to be on top of the flower to get nectar. So you can't be next to it. You have to be actually physically on top of it. Okay, so we're going to go through and get all the nectar. So we're going to move forward once, twice. So move forward twice. We'll get nectar once. We'll move forward one more time to that second flower and then get nectar. So super simple, right? We could also, if we wanted to, do a loop for these two, or we could also do a loop for this. So it's up to you. Fabulous. Let's keep going. This is going to be great. Help the bee collect all the nectar. So let's try making a loop for each side. Okay. So we'll start with one loop. And we'll do move forward, get nectar. So move forward, and then get nectar. And move forward. I know we would do it this way, wouldn't we? Like that. No, we would read that twice. So this would be one side, so watch. Okay, then you would turn right. And you would do the exact same thing. Move forward. Repeat. Move forward. Get nectar. And you do that twice. Because it's the exact, if you notice, it's the exact same thing. It's move forward twice. And then you would turn right. Move forward. Repeat. Move forward. And get nectar. So even with these loops, this is still pretty long, right? It's kind of almost obnoxiously long because you have to do each side on its own. So let's run it and see if that's right. So checking out this code, wouldn't it be nice if we could simplify it even more? Interesting thing. All right, so on your own, you're going to watch this video. It talks about how to do a nested loop. So you can see right here in the video, in the clip, it shows a loop inside of a loop. Okay, sometimes I call it a loop-de-loop, but so this is what we're going to be working on the next couple lessons. All right, so it says look closer at the nested loop below. What will happen when you click run? So I want you to take a look at this. So what it tells us, it will move forward. And then this chunk will happen twice. So it'll move forward, get nectar, then move forward, get nectar, and then it will turn right. And it's going to do all of that 3 times. So what will happen? Will it do part of this? Will it do all of this? Answer the question. Answer the question for me. All right? I'm not going to answer it. Don't tell me you don't know. Take your best guess. All right. Now comes the time for us to make one. So I'm going to show you the first one, and then I'm going to have you finish the last couple on your own. Fair deal? So, to do a loop within a loop, the way that I break it down is I have you look at, so right now it's like creating a giant square, right? So you're going to do one side, and you're going to code one side, and then you can repeat that 4 times because all of the sides are the same. So what we're going to do is move forward and then get nectar. And we're going to do that a total of once, twice, 3 times. Okay? 3. And then that'll get us to this end point, or this corner. So then you're going to need to turn right. And then you're going to need to do that all 3 times. Or 4 times, excuse me, because it's a square. Oh my gosh, we don't want to do it 45 times. That seems like a lot. Let's try it out. So see how breaking it down and doing one side at a time really helps make this a lot easier. Okay, so let's do another one together. All right, so now we're going to get the zombie to the sunflower using the fewest number of blocks. So just like before, if you look, the sides are an equal length. Okay, so again, we're going to code one side at a we're just going to code one side and then repeat it. So 1, 2, 3, or excuse me, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to move forward 3 times. Oh my goodness, 3 times. And then instead of turning right, we're going to turn left. So if you ever have, so right now they have both blocks, turn left or turn right. You can always click on the arrow and change it. So we'll turn left. And then we're going to repeat all of that once, twice, and 3 times because there are 3 sides total. Fantastic. All right, so let's keep moving on. All right, so now we're going to take a look at this one. So if you'll notice, we have to get our zombie to the sunflower, but we can't go straight across. So we're going to have to go down, over, and back up. Okay, so if you'll notice that all of our sides are the same length. So this is perfect. So we have to move 1, 2, 3. So we're going to take our repeat block, our move forward block, and choose 3 times. Then we'll need to turn. So this is actually going to be the opposite of you. So if we're facing the computer, we would think our zombie needs to turn left, but because of the way our zombie is facing, he actually will need to turn right. Okay, so we'll have him turn right. And then we're going to repeat that 3 times. So click out. So we'll have him repeat it once, twice, and 3 times. So let's run it. Perfect. All right, so this is the last one we're going to do together because it's a little bit tricky. So this one, we're going to be getting the zombie to the sunflower with the least blocks possible. And we're going to be looking at this stair step. So if you look, these stair steps are identical. So we're going to code this stair step, this over and down. And then we'll repeat it like we would with our nested loop. So let's code our stair step. So we'll need to move 1, 2, 3 steps forward. So we'll need to move 3 forward. Then we'll need to, if you look, it's right is this way and left is towards the rest of the path. So he'll need to turn left. And then he'll need to move forward 3 more times. And then he'll be here, so he needs to turn right. Very good. And then we'll repeat all of that twice. And if you look, that is 8 out of our 8 blocks. So let's test it out. Let's see how we did.
Brains.
Fabulous. So if you really take your time, So if you really take your time and figure out which part you can repeat easily, that'll really, really help you out. So same thing with number 9. You have 1, 2, 3 sides that are the same, and then these 2 shorter sides are the same, but they're different from the other 3. So you'll have a little bit of, you'll have some finagling or some wiggling to do, but you can do it. If you want to try the challenge puzzle, please go for it. Challenge yourself. You need to go around and get all of the honey, all of the nectar. Wrong word. So you'll go through and get nectar at every single flower. This is the same thing. So down at the bottom, you'll need to make honey. So instead of using the get nectar at that very bottom piece, you'll use the make honey. Everything else is exactly the same. And now you'll make all of the honey. So just like other practice activities before, you can just code this one side, this top side, and then repeat it because this is the exact same side, the exact same length. Okay? And last but not least, you're going to look closely at the code below and tell me how much honey the bee will make when you click run. So will it make 4, 8, or 12? Please don't choose D. I don't know. That would break my heart. So take a look at how many, what all the code would do, and let me know. All right, you guys, make sure you take your time, do your best with this activity. It is pretty challenging, but I have faith that you guys can do it. So please reach out to me on Class Dojo if you have any issues, or leave a comment under this video below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can and answer your questions as best as I can. Have fun, do your best, and happy coding!